What's up, everyone, and welcome in to your Celtics source on this chilly Saturday evening in New England, fresh off of a dominant performance against the Grizzlies on Wednesday. Not much of a competition on the other side, but I guess that's where we'll start. How are you feeling about this team right now after some ups and downs to start the season?
I'm glad you asked me that question because I think this team's going to put the win in winter, if you know what I'm saying.
I understand. I understand.
Um, I love this team. I love what we're going to talk about. Some interesting things that are happening. It's exactly who we thought they were. This is a 500 team. You beat the Grizzlies without Ja. You should beat the Grizzlies badly without Ja. You got to win those games. That's what we expect. But I'm feeling good. I'm kind of feeling good. I'm feeling a little positive. I'm feeling hopeful. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I have mixed feelings because I'm starting to feel like maybe we should tank. Like, listen. The
Make
selfish
the
side,
case. Make the case.
the selfish side of me, I want to see them win games because I don't want to just watch a boring team all year. The knowing what's right side of me says we should tank because AJ Demansa over here, a New England of his own, homegrown, he looks like a stud.
You can't, but you're not going to get him. This is what I'm saying. You're just not going to get him. You are never going to be bad enough to have a good enough lottery odds to make it worth it. Like it just, yes, sure, that would be great. By the way, it would also be nice to have SGA as in here in Boston, right? But like this is not going to happen either, right? I hear what you're
I
saying.
mean, it's
I
different because
disagree.
he's
I
from the
disagree.
Boston area, right? So it makes it a little different.
It's true. It's true. It's a little bit of Roman Anthony kind of, right?
Mhm.
But like I'm going to disagree because I'll tell you why I disagree. If you are a team that is unable or unwilling to spend money, you have no choice but to go lottery. That is your only hope of getting any talent. And I don't think, even though under the second Abram, and we've talked to this to death, this is a team that will spend money, that will trade aggressively, and will go get free agents and go get the people they need. And so I think you're better off figuring out what do you have, moving on from the pieces, getting a certain someone back, and then figuring out what moves you got to make to be in contention again. And I don't think they're afraid to do that. So that's what I would rather see.
Yeah, I mean, we're at what are we at now? The 14 game mark, 13 games the Celtics have
Yeah.
played. I don't think you even consider doing that until 20 games into the season because you really just don't know what this team is.
Or even 40 or the off season of next year.
Right.
If I'm not even worried about doing that look, we're going to make the playoffs, we're going to win the first round, we're going to lose in the second round. It's okay. It's okay.
That's some bold predictions because right now we're at 11th seed. We'd have to win a play in, then we'd have to go up against, what's looking like the Pistons right now, who are just on a tear. I mean, they're 14-2.
Yeah. I mean, look, early season, Pistons, look, there's a lot of good teams. I don't think the Magic are as good as we thought they were, to be honest. Right. I mean,
No, I
I'm not
mean
saying
they're
they're
right they're
bad,
right above us right now in the
right, but we thought they were going to be a little stronger than they are.
Mhm.
So, we thought Indy was going to be a little stronger than they were. So, I think we're going to find that. I think we're going to find the playoffs. I think we're going to have a little bit of success there, and I think that's what's going to happen. Now, you could say the same thing about the Patriots before the start of the season. They were going to have a little bit of success. They were going to be on the bubble. We're going to get 8, 9 wins. It was going to be a pretty good
Hey,
season.
Thursday night's win guaranteed a winning season, even if we go, 0-6 the rest of the way.
Celtics are going to win the most games in the NFL this season.
Not sure what
Celtics are
you
going to
yeah.
Celtics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me, loyal listener. Let me say
Yeah.
this again.
Yeah. I don't think the Celtics are gonna win more games than the Patriots are gonna win this season.
Stop it. Stop it. Patriots are, we're not talking Patriots talk, but I mean, they have a pretty clean road to,
I have them 13-4.
yeah, that's a safe bet. That's a safe
I
bet.
say I think they lose to the Bills and you lose a Ravens game, maybe. You lose a game to the greatest quarterback of all time and Joe Flacco over there in
I mean,
Cincinnati.
I hated Joe Flacco when he played on the Ravens because they used to give us a hard time, but I love him
He's
now.
better. He's better than Burrow. I don't know what you're saying.
Oh no, he's not better than Burrow. Burrow's elite. He just can't
I don't
stay.
know. Same record, same offense.
No, no. Don't tell me Mac Jones is also, like a little Mahomes-ish.
What do you mean? He's cooking over there in San Francisco.
It's been a revival of the left for dead quarterbacks, that's for sure.
All right. Well, we'll move on
That
here.
was our Patriots minute.
Yeah. Before we get into Jordan Walsh, which I think is the main topic of today's show,
I think so.
your thoughts on the little Nico Nixed in Dallas the other day?
Um, it's been coming for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it was not a surprise. Timing is always a surprise. I don't think the move is a surprise. I think at this point, people are so angry, whether or not he deserves it at this point, you got no choice.
Yeah, I
You got
mean, the game he was fired was in Dallas. They're playing against the night before, right? They're playing against the Milwaukee Bucks, and you just have Chance going fire Nico all day, all night long, and then the next morning they fire him.
I
You
mean,
know,
here's the thing about that. Do you think he traded Luca without permission?
no, ultimately it is
Right,
ownership's. It is
right.
on ownership at that point.
Exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah,
fire Nico. There is no way he makes that trade
which was
on his own and just is like,
well,
hey,
it's his idea, but
doesn't matter. Doesn't
right.
matter. Ownership's got to take. So you're really angry at ownership. It's
But
like when
you're
Mookie Betts,
angry at ownership, but ownership's not going to fire themselves. So,
of course not. But look at when the Red Sox traded Mookie Betts. Who do we blame? John Henry.
mhm,
Maybe we should have gotten a bigger return, maybe, but John Henry made that call.
right.
So we blame John Henry for that. And so I
Mhm.
think ultimately Nico is definitely sure he's got some blame and he's getting the axe, but not really him.
I mean, Dallas's problem is a full team problem, an ownership problem. It's not a Nico problem right now. It's the fact that you have really what you should be doing is trading AD, trading Kyrie, and building up around
Cooper flag.
Cooper Flag.
Totally. Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think it's a Dallas problem? Because we see the same dysfunction with the Cowboys.
Mm.
Do you think that
It,
is this a Dallas problem, maybe?
I don't know. The Rangers are okay, right?
Rangers okay. I mean, the Stars have been good historically, right? They won a bunch of
Mhm.
cups, I think, but I don't know. Maybe we got a Dallas problem going on here. And there's only one person. I wish I could call Stephen A right now and invite him on our show and get his opinion, but unfortunately, he doesn't answer my calls. He's too busy playing solitaire.
Those ads are actually so funny. And the fact is, like, I don't know why he wanted to like side combo here.
Yeah.
Why would you like make fun of yourself
I
in those
mean,
ads? Like you were caught lacking during a
the NBA finals.
NBA finals,
Yeah.
and then you want to make fun of yourself more by making an ad of you playing
I mean,
solitaire.
I think it's okay to make fun of yourself. That's one I probably would have tried to just bury.
Mhm.
I probably would not. I would probably would have not have gone all in on the solitaire meme, but whatever.
All right. Well,
Um,
we'll move on here.
yeah,
Jordan Walsh. It's been a rough first two seasons here for sure.
yeah.
And, I don't know what you take of his first couple of games this season, but over the last couple of games, he has, found a role on this team. And it's not the scoring, because that's, up and down for
Yeah.
really anyone coming off the bench this year, but it's his ability to, play defense at a high level, guard the other team's best player, and just free up other guys on the team.
Yeah, I was really impressed in the last couple games. I mean, I didn't see it coming. I don't think you did either. Like we know Jordan Welsh has talent for sure, but the defense he played was, I believe the word is filthy.
Mhm.
I mean, he was
On
like,
Tyrese Maxey,
yeah, just absolutely nasty. Like Jaylen Brown locked in defense, and
mhm.
so, and by the way, he didn't score a ton of points in those last bunch of games. We can look at the box score. We got it up, I know. But his efficiency, he's shooting, he's shooting like 50, 60%. So when he does
So I
shoot,
mean,
it's not bad.
yeah, I mean in the Orlando game, the second Orlando game, he
Yeah.
went 2 for 2. He went 1 for 3 against Philly, and then 1 for 3 against
Okay.
the Memphis from three.
From three.
Overall, though, it's 66, 45, 45%.
Yeah. So,
So
not not going to be a leading scorer, but like he's not hurting you. You know what I mean
right.
on offense. And
And
if you
to
can
be
get that
honest,
defense,
yeah. I mean,
go
if
ahead.
he's taking one or he's taking three threes a game and he's making one of them,
I'll
you
take it
take
all day
that
long.
all day. It's not
All day.
enough threes to be hurting you that percentage.
Right. And then he's 50% from two or
Right.
something. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And look, he's putting up what, 6 points a game, 7 points a game. Fine.
Mhm.
But the other thing is look at his minutes. He's up
20,
in the 20s.
26,
Yeah.
29,
Yeah.
18 the last 3 games.
Yeah. So
So
clearly
he's
Mazzulla said, we're gonna give him a go. And that's what you asked me, you want to tank, whatever. That's why I like this season. See what you got. Do
but
you go ahead?
but I think right isn't playing Jordan Walsh a tanking move? In the first, well, here's the thing. Playing Jordan Walsh last year or the year before is considered a tanking move or garbage time move.
100%.
On this team, if he's going to be your seventh guy off the bench, I don't know if that's a tanking move. If you're putting him in there to guard specific matchups, to guard the best player, and you're okay with the four other guys carrying the offense, that's not a tanking move by Joe Mazzulla.
I don't well, I listen, I'll tell you right now, I do not think the Celtics are trying to tank. I don't think that is anywhere on their radar. I
Mm-hmm.
don't. Could be wrong. I just don't think so. And so when you play Jordan Walsh, if he plays like we have seen him the last bunch of games, he's a legit NBA, top of the bench guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that defense, can he sustain that against other guys? I don't know, but if he can, I mean, that's pretty clamps defense. And so that's what I want to see. I want it like here's the worst thing that happens. Jordan Walsh stays like that all year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really valuable asset you could move now because someone's like, hey, that's our sixth man now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's go get that guy because we don't have any D, right?
Here's what I'm worried about. I know we talked about this last week, and we've talked about it many times, really. But we came into the season saying defense was the problem, offense was going to be good. Now, through the first 12 games, 13 games, I think we're pretty confident that offense is the problem, not defense.
That's right.
So, how many guys can you have on your team that are really just defensive guys before it becomes a problem? Because you have Ugo Gonzalez, you have Walsh, you have Minot. All of these guys have ups and down games offensively,
Yeah.
but they're consistent defensively.
Yeah.
And it feels like Joe Mazzulla is just rotating the guys because he knows they all provide the same thing offensively and same thing defensively. Like,
Yeah. That's a good
how do
point. I
you
mean, I
how
think
do you secure that spot if you're Jordan Walsh? Because your defense is similar to everyone else. How do you secure that offensively?
it's a great question. That's a great question. And I invite Joe to come on this program and answer that for us because we're only speculating. Um, I think I'd say, I mean, my guess would be two things. Number one, if he can maintain that level of defense that he has been, that's actually a step above what other guys are doing. Okay. Small sample, but like that is better than what most of the other defenders we've got on that team have
Mhm.
been playing. Not Brown, maybe, but like, it's better than Pritchard. It's, better than Minot. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I don't think Brown has been very good defensively
No, not
at
great.
all. He had that miscue, which gave up the offensive rebound against Philly, where they won because of that.
But we
Just
know he can be. We know he's that guy, even if he's had a bunch of bad games. So
yeah,
just hear me
but
out. We
I
don't
don't
know. We don't know if Jordan Walsh is that guy yet. Like we
fair.
don't know if he can hold on to that gear. Brown's not playing great on defense, fine, but we know he has that gear, and we've seen him hold it for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see, can Jordan Walsh hold that gear, and then who's going to be guarding Jordan Walsh? Like when he's the guy on the floor, he should be getting open looks. Let's see
Right.
if he can knock down 10 points a game, right? Because if he can hold that defense and knock down 10 points a game, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know because like I was looking at the just the overall net rating for this team, and they're holding teams below 110 points. They're one of the best defensive teams in the league,
Mm,
like in terms of points per game,
yeah,
right? Rebounding has not been a problem in a while. That's stuff that
in a
we come
while.
into the season. Like, well,
Yeah,
yes, there are a couple rebounds here and there, timely ones. There are timely ones that have cost the Celtics games for sure, but there's not the, every possession is a second chance for the other team. We're not seeing that anymore. We're seeing Brown make a consistent effort to get
yeah,
some boards, other guys get some boards. The problem, as we've said, is the offense. They're not scoring above 110 points. And at that point, you're the Orlando Magic of last year,
yeah.
where you you hold teams under 110 points, where if you hold a team under 110 points in this NBA, you should win 95% of the time. Because that's just how offense is this,
I
like,
mean, unless you average 87 points a game, but yeah,
exactly, which is what the Celtics are doing.
yeah. But it's an interesting dynamic. The team being so different than we thought they would be.
Like, I don't know what it is to point to that. Like, because
You think here's what I think, and I think you see this with teams. You underestimate, and we've talked about this, but you underestimate the change factor for a team. You've now lost four of your biggest players in the last year, right? Horford, Tatum, Porzingis, Drew Holiday. You got
but
Luke Cornett. Hang on, Luke Cornett. So, like, yeah, we got guys to substitute for that. To fill that vacuum and to rebuild that teamwork, I think that's much longer process than people think.
but this is where it's so confusing to me. You would think then you miss those four guys who are pretty good on both ends of the floor. You'd have an even distribution of, you know, reduction on both ends, right? You'd be worse on offense and you'd be worse on defense. Why are you better on defense than you were last year?
I think it's a chemistry problem. They haven't found the rhythm. Would
Right.
they know the number
You're
one
saying
guy is Jaylen Brown,
mm,
right? Who's the number two guy? Derek White.
probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's three? Pritchard.
Pritchard at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, that's a weird power vacuum.
That is a
That's
weird,
not,
yeah.
you think Anthony Simons, you think Minot, you
Here's
think those guys are like at ease with that?
Yeah, that is weird. Also, because White is used to not being the main scorer when he's on the court because you have Tatum and Brown. Pritchard is used to being the main scorer because he comes onto the bench and doesn't have White with him. He has a Tatum, but Pritchard is that number two option.
Yeah, they're used to being the sneaky good guy, right?
Right.
And so I think you can't underestimate how long it's going to take these guys to find their groove because they're working out the power structure and the dynamics and how to actually play together. And I think that takes 40 games,
Yeah.
50 games,
Right.
or maybe it never works. Sometimes, those teams where you got all the talent, they just stink.
Mhm.
They just, you know,
I mean, there are a lot of players in the NBA that,
yeah, it's like every Paul George team, but
fair enough. Or you look at a LaMelo Ball or a Josh, or not a Josh, John Moran, two extremely talented guys, but for whatever reason, because of different reasons, they can't put it together.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. I mean, and
Yeah.
so, it's, I think that's what's going on. There's just this massive change that we kind of gloss over, like, oh yeah, those guys are gone, but these guys will step up and play like this. And it just doesn't work like that. You're on a lot of team sports. Like, it's hard to know kind of who's gonna do what until you have
Mhm.
like 1,000 hours of repetition on it.
And I don't think defense takes the same amount of chemistry that offensive does, right? In defense, it's if you can switch well and you can guard your guy and not let him beat you. If
That's
everyone does
90%.
that,
Yeah.
it works out defensively. Whereas
But
offense,
if you don't know who's cutting, who's
right?
popping,
Yeah.
if you can't trust on the no look, whip out to the 3-point line and know the guy's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then what happens? You ISO, you take it yourself, you get
Right.
double covered, right? And your efficiency goes way down.
Mm-hmm.
So I that's my read.
Yeah. I think here's the thing. Their defense has been no, I'm not gonna say so good, but has been good that they've been in almost every game. I think that Rockets game was really the
Yeah,
only game where they got just absolutely destroyed from the beginning.
destroyed,
Every
destroyed.
other game, it's been a crunch time game, and they've just fallen apart crunch time because the offense isn't there down the stretch. But the games have been, in the final 5 minutes, 100 to 98 or, 100 to 95, very close games, winnable games, and they just cannot make a shot to win a game.
Well, and I think again, NBA is a superstars league. We know that. It's
Mhm.
still a team game. And so ultimately, we have to hold Joe Mazzulla accountable for this,
Yeah.
in my book. Let's take some parallels here in Boston and other places. Let's look at the Patriots. The Patriots are no better than this year's Celtics, or should be, right?
In terms of talent wise, yeah.
Yeah, right. Like, I understand that we got a sort of aging Stephon Diggs. We got a bunch of good rookies with talent. We got Drake May. Fine, he's in his sophomore year. Vrabel has helped these guys get to the next level way faster than anybody thought they
Yeah.
could. Right. And I know they have a weak schedule and all that stuff, but they're still playing really well. Number one defense, stopping the run. So Vrabel is what's getting those guys. Missoula has got to figure out how to get his team to be the 550 percentage, 5 winning percentage team that they can be.
Yeah. I got really excited over Derek White making open threes in that Grizzlies game.
I know
I
you did
I might have overreacted a little too much
a
on
little bit,
social media, but
but it's
th-
good to see that again.
right.
It's good to see that. Like it's been missing.
That
But
that was that was sort of my point that like he hasn't been making those open shots. I don't care if Derek White's on his game, it doesn't matter who's guarding him because he'll be
yeah,
making the shots. So that was my point. Like Derek White making open shots hopefully can translate to a game where maybe those matter.
yeah. But I come back to Missoula. I think Missoula is the issue, not the issue here, but right now he's the guy we should be talking about. Not, I mean, Jordan Walsh, great. Derek White, great. That's to me, this is a coaching challenge right now.
Mm.
You have enough guys with enough talent. Figure out how to get them to play better together. That's your job,
Right.
right? It's like hockey. Swap those lines until you find the guys that play together well, right?
Yeah.
And you kind of see Missoula doing that, right? Every night he's rolling out some Frankenstein lineup.
Yeah. I think, bringing this back to the Jordan Walsh conversation, he is taken, I think, Sam Hauser's spot. Sam Hauser hasn't started in a while now. At first he went with a Josh Minot. Over the last couple of games, he's went with Jordan Walsh. Ugo Gonzalez might go up to the G League. I'm hearing that maybe he's going to go up there. I don't know why. I feel like he's been
Sources? Do you have sources?
uh, just a interview with him. Uh,
Okay.
or like he spoke to the media the other day
Right.
and he's like, yeah, I'm fine playing, either here or in G League. And that's just a thought that maybe he might be going up there. Who
Maybe they
knows?
gave him a little heads up, like,
Right.
hey,
The
well,
fact that he was even speaking on that,
right. Why would you
says
talk about that if
right.
you wouldn't hear Derek White say that.
No. So who knows? I don't know why you do that. I feel like anyone who has played in the NBA in actual minutes, like not garbage time so far for the Celtics, deserves to be on this team because it's one of those years where you're just trying to find out who can play. And so if you've already done some good things this year and you haven't been, completely out of it, which
Yeah.
Hugo Gonzalez hasn't been, I don't know why you send him up there. Like just
Well, that's a good question. I do look, we got a whole lot of B's on this team.
mhm.
We got to figure out who are the A's.
Yeah, you have I can name 5 players that are all the same player. You have Ugo Gonzalez, Baylor Shireman, Jordan Walsh, Josh Minot. All of these guys are, very similar players. They play the same way. A couple of
Yeah.
them are, slightly better offensive players, but maybe not as good defensive, but they are filling the same void for you right now. And you need someone like a Jordan Walsh who can he already has the defense. We see that. Who can he take that next step offensively to just knock down 1 or 2 more shots in a game, which not only changes an entire outcome for you because, in these 2-point games, if Jordan Walsh knocks down another 3,
You win.
maybe you're not in crunch time and it's
Yeah.
a totally different lineup, right?
Yeah.
Or if he's playing out in crunch time, which he has the last couple of games, he knocks down a quarter 3 and you win a game.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think it's encouraging. Here's the problem. Every week we do the show, right? We're one of the mainstays on YouTube. And every week it's somebody different that we're kind of hyped on.
Right.
It's
Which
Minaj,
is a
it's
problem
Jordan
in
Wall,
itself.
it's Hugo
Right.
Gonzalez.
I guess
It's
that,
like
yeah.
every week we kind of got a different bright spot.
Which
And
means you got no bright spot.
which means you got no bright spots. It's exactly what it means. So what I want to see is when we do this show a week from now, I want to see we're still talking about Jordan Walsh.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're talking about Hugo. I want one of the guys that flamed bright to come back and stay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we need. Because that's your 5th guy or your 6th guy then.
Mm-hmm. Anything else here on Jordan Walsh or the team before we get to Jayson Tatum to wrap this up?
Oh, right, of course. Every
Yeah,
show must finish with JT.
yeah,
Um,
that you knew that was coming.
yeah, yeah. He's kind of your Achilles heel. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
no,
You're
I think I'm ready for the JT comments. Let's go.
as Drew Carter said on the broadcast. He's your margin of error. Your margin of error is sitting on the bench.
I mean, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. Um, once again this week I did text JT.
Yeah.
And I did not hear
How
back.
many how many people leave you unopened these days?
It's confidential.
Or more likely leave you undelivered and still have that little notification sticking up.
I got sources. Don't you worry about me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We got months here still. My guess is he feels good.
I don't know. I feel like he thinks he can play,
January.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
wouldn't do it. Why? For what?
he's been, doing full on, lateral movement and whatever. He's been pulling up on a dribble, which, that's all he's going to do anyway when he's on the court. All you need him to do is run up, sidestep, shoot a 3. That's it. Can we put him out there to do that?
What? Something happens and you might ruin his career. But
Yeah.
for what?
So then the ultimate question is, do you shut him down now?
Well, I don't think that's the ultimate question. I think you got to wait and see where you
just wait till
Dan
the end,
one.
and if you run out of time, you run out of time. You think that's the way to do it?
That's right. Because my prediction is you're not going to run out of time. You're going to be in the play-in no matter what. That's my prediction. Not no matter what, but
yeah,
it's like if you bring him back early and you win 2 more games, and let's say you get you can avoid the play-in and you get the 6th seed, right?
which is look unlikely right now, but
No, I know, but let's just say he came back early
mm-hmm.
and you get the 6th seed, or he doesn't come back early, you lose a few more games, and you're in the play-in, but he rested 6 more weeks or 8 weeks.
Yeah,
I kind of take that option.
Yeah. I mean, doctors are saying, it doesn't at this point. Once he's like cleared to
Once he's
go,
cleared,
playing on it is not going to re-injure it. The only way he can re-injure it is fully re-injuring the Achilles on I guess I wouldn't say like 1 in a million, but like it's
another freak accident.
Right. Another freak accident is what I'm saying. Like he's not going to re-injure it because it's already been injured. It's going to be a totally new injury.
Yeah.
which I guess there's really no way to prove that if it does happen again. But
I mean, he could tear his other Achilles. Forgot who
right.
knows, right?
Mhm.
Like, so I'd like to see. Here's the thing. I'd like to see this team get it together and get 3 games over 500 by the end of the year.
Right.
That's what I'd
Now,
say.
let's say he's ready to come back first week of February. I'm not saying he's anywhere like I'm just saying
Yeah,
let's say he's ready to come back then. And this team is at 500. Can he not win you if you're 500 with that much time to go, I feel like you play him because you have the chance of him winning you 10 more games.
I don't know about 10, but
What do you mean? You go from a 500 team that you have a chance of winning on every night. I mean, there are a couple of games that you're not going to win, but
he's not God, but yeah. I mean, if you expect him to roll out on the first night and drop 32 and 10 assists and like splash
no, I expect
for
him.
7 threes, like I think you're dreaming.
Here's the thing. Actually, when I think he comes out, he'll shoot more threes than twos because he won't want to get into the paint and run around. He'd rather sit in the corner and just
Yeah, but
knock
they might
down.
know that and then they'll hound him, right? So we'll see. I mean, I don't think Tatum has that off switch. Like he's either gonna go or not go.
I mean, you can't have an off switch and play
No,
a professional sport. It doesn't work like that.
no. You can barely play a high school sport with an off switch.
Yeah.
So um so we'll see. I think I think if this Celtics team wants to help Tatum get on the court, they need to win games now.
I agree.
If
Which
they want to, if they need,
secretly management doesn't want them to win then because they
well,
don't
we don't
want
know
him to
that.
play. I
We don't
mean,
know that. They can stop him. They can stop him anytime they want. They don't have to play him.
yeah, but you don't I mean, they don't have to, but if he's ready to go and he really wants to play, they're going to let him play because you're not trying to ruin you don't want him the way sports are these days, if you're
Yeah.
a star player, you can ask out and get traded without they'll find a way to trade you because it's just so bad
Yeah,
for
but also, I mean, we
a
have a
culture
lot
that
of history of. I was just talking about this with somebody else, Robert Griffin III. He was an elite quarterback, and
Mhm.
they rushed him back from a knee injury. And he got hurt again, and he basically never really could play again. I mean, he
Yeah.
played 2 more seasons, but he could have been. He was like Lamar Jackson. I mean, he was like crazy elite, and so that's the fear, right? Sure, he comes back, and you get 4 more seasons, and he's a B plus, and you
Yeah.
can't move him because he got a huge contract. So
So
I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
we're
So
gonna
I
have to
guess
leave it there. We're
it's
gonna have to
it's
leave it there.
just a waiting game, I guess. But
So, but I'll go back to my comment, which is if the Celtics want Tatum on the court, they have to earn the right to get him on the court. They got to win games to put the pressure to put him on the court. That's how you get him on the court.
yeah. Um. But yeah, we'll wrap it up here. Next game Celtics play the Clippers Sunday, another team that is struggling in a way that they really shouldn't be with the talent that they have as well. They're more of, I mean, their problem is like that the old age, right? You have such a lot of role players that are just in their 30s, 40s, and
50s.
they just can't. You give up a turnover or something, they just cannot get back and defend,
Yeah.
or get out and transition on the other end. But yeah, we'll have a live post game show after that game. And then next week, actually, we're gonna do a little bit of a state of the NBA and just some biggest storylines on uh teams around the league. I don't know if you saw Wemby's dunk yesterday on
I
Draymond.
didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Yeah, he was standing. Draymond Green's like hugging him, right? Because Draymond Green's 2 feet shorter than him.
Yeah.
He's hugging him. He doesn't even jump. He turns around. The guy inbounds it almost over the backboard, and he just throws it down with one hand. He just grabs it and dunks it on his head. It was a ridiculous dunk.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, look it up. I'll send it to you after this. But
All right.
yeah, so we'll do that probably Wednesday or Tuesday. And then we have a couple games next week, and then we play the Nets, Pistons, Magic, all coming up right before Thanksgiving. So that'll be fun. I think we were actually going to the game on
We are. We're going to go to that Sunday game right before Thanksgiving.
yeah,
So
but yeah, until next time,
go
go
see.
Celtics.